I did not know if we would hear this song, the victory song, during the series.
Victory!
Let's go! Let's go! The Celtics aren't getting swept. Jason Tatum drops 50 on Kyrie Irving's head top. Celtics take the win. Welcome into the post-game show. There's a victory song. The victory music is back. And like I said, I honestly didn't know if we would hear that at any point. I mean, the first two games honestly didn't really seem like we'd be leaning this way in terms of hearing that song again. But y'all heard it. I heard it. Let's go. Celtics take the big-time dub in Game 3 against the Celtics, 125-119. Like I said, Jason Tatum drops 50 points. We'll talk about that. Spoiler alert. We'll talk about that when we get into the player of the game. But thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Hit that like button and turn on notifications so you get notified every time we go live after a game. I mean, honestly, I'm still kind of in shock, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I'd love to come on here and be like, those are the Celtics I know. I didn't know if that was happening tonight. I did not know if that was happening tonight, but it did. So why don't we jump right into the box score here? Actually, you know what? Let's skip to the player of the game. I already teased it. Jason Tatum, player of the game. 50 burger from Tatum. His sub has bacon. 7 assists from him as well, and 6 boards. You know what I love too? Jason Tatum, as we flip into the box score here, Jason Tatum shot 30 times tonight. And normally you'd be like, oh, ball hog, blah, blah, blah. No, if Kemba Walker is going to stink like he did, you're going to need Tatum to go off and shoot 30 times. He shot 53% from the field, 45% from 3, and got to the line 15 times. Shout out to Jason Tatum for literally putting the team on his back and saying, no. We're not getting swept. So shout out to Tatum. We see Marcus Smart also coming along here. And Marcus Smart, honestly, we got two guys in the talks of sort of player of the game here. If Marcus Smart and Tristan Thompson, did what they did and Tatum didn't go for 50, both of those dudes have such a case for player of the game. Early on, Tristan Thompson was killing it, and he continued to kill it. 9 offensive boards from him, but Marcus Smart with 23 points, Fournier with 17 points, and outside of that, I mean, we didn't see a whole lot of everyone else, but Jason Tatum did go for 50, but let's get into some of the chat. But first, we have ourselves a victory beer. We haven't had a victory beer in a hot minute. We got Boom Sauce. This stream's sponsored by Boom Sauce, but not sponsored by Boom Sauce, but I wish they were sponsored by Boom Sauce. Here we go. Let's crack one open. Let me know what you guys are drinking in the chat if you are drinking as well. But cheers to a Celtics dub and avoiding the sweep, and shout out to Jason Tatum. Damn, that tastes good. Let's get into some of the chat here. Gear saying, yes, sir. Dominant saying, Jason, Bacon, Tatum with the 50 burger for the win. The fans' energy at the Garden is going to push for another dub. And I'm honestly, like, Marcus Smart and Tristan Thompson are two guys that I would pin as, like, talk about guys that feed off energy, right? Came true. Boom. Like, this crowd has something to do with it. And then, what, come Sunday, they're going to be at full capacity? You got Kev's going to the game. I know he's been on the show before. You guys loved Kev when he made his post-game appearance. He's going to the game. It's going to be pretty amazing there. Like, I can't imagine that. And Kyrie Irving tonight couldn't handle, what was it, a couple thousand or a few thousand, 5,000 or something. Couldn't handle that. I don't know what he's going to do on Sunday here. MT saying, fire it up. I've been refreshing for like 5 minutes now, Ev. Let's go. Richard saying, let's go. Big win. Donovan saying, top 10. Here's one thing about Tatum. He just played against three, not even arguably, but 3 arguably top 10 players in the league, right? So Tatum goes for 50. James Harden went for 41, and Durant went for 39. Jason Tatum, and I don't care if anyone disagrees with this, Jason Tatum pretty much just played 2-on-1 against James Harden and Kevin Durant. They both went off. He went off more. And you remember that big match against, Steph Curry, and Jason Tatum's had it in the past too. But when he went back and forth with Curry, this is like 10 million times more impressive. In like a legitimately must-win playoff game, he goes against 2 of the 2 MVP winners here. He goes off against Durant, he goes off against Harden, but guess what? James Harden and Kevin Durant were going off during the same game, and Durant and Tatum still had enough in him to just take them down. Unbelievable. Because I know Marcus Smart went for 23, Tristan Thompson went for 19, but in terms of must-make shots, like, Tatum was taking them. The Nets knew he was taking them. And guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, he was making them. News is saying, thanks God we had Tatum. Lance saying, let's go. MT saying that win had bacon on it. Kevin saying, Tatum is top 5. I mean, hey, Tatum, you know the funny video of Tatum in the past where he's like, hey, I think I'm top 5 when I get my haircut. Tatum hasn't seemingly got that haircut in a long time. But when he plays like this, like I said, I know we talked about, and Donovan said top 10, right? Jason Tatum just took down 2 guys that, Kevin Durant definitely, but James Harden's right there too in terms of, top 5 talent. I don't know if a lot of people would agree with that, but on any given night, he can be top 5. Jason Tatum just went head to head with 2 guys that, in some people's books are top 5. They make a way better top 5 case than Jason Tatum, and he said, no. I know there's 2 of you. There's 1 of me. I'm still going to figure out a way to get this win. Jason Tatum had 7 assists. Like, I don't want that to fly under the radar either. Crazy. Richard is saying, let's go. Donovan saying Kyrie definitely crying in the locker room right now. I mean, yeah, that couldn't be a worse situation for Kyrie. Like, he ended up with 16, but that was all in like the second half of the third quarter and then the fourth quarter. He was having a bad game, and turn it up real quick. Ready? Turn up the volume real quick. This one's for Kyrie. That wasn't the game you want to do after calling. Saying Tristan Thompson, cannot believe how many people were wanting to trade him at the deadline. Guy is a big stage player. Yeah, hey, to start, we didn't have Jaylen Brown, right? But then Robert Williams goes and gets injured. You guys know how I feel about Robert Williams, and I have my conspiracy about his whole syndrome in his legs and that every injury is going to be worse than it is, blah, blah, blah. But Robert Williams, what do we do now? Well, Tristan Thompson says, what do you mean, what do we do now? I'm already having a good game. Let me just keep having a good game. And Robert Williams just continues to do his thing. 19 points and 13 boards from Tristan Thompson, 4 defensive rebounds. That means 9 offensive rebounds. And Grant came in, hey, give Grant a womp womp. That's just like that's like a tip my hat womp womp. I'll be honest. That's not a negative womp womp. Grant went in, and honestly, as much as I hate Grant, the best thing he's ever done was when Fournier fouled Durant, and Durant stood over him, and Grant Williams walked over to lanky arm twig Durant and said, "Hey man, you look over him one more time, I'm about to sock you in the face." So we'll give one more. That's a respect womp womp to Grant. Fab saying, just when you thought, here we go again, big turnaround in the first quarter. Yeah, what is it, 19-4? 19-4 in the fourth quarter. And they ended up winning and leading by like 12 points at times. Crazy. Guys, I'm going to ask you guys again, hit that subscribe button if you are new. Make sure to like this video as well if you're not, if you haven't liked it yet. I mean, there's way more people in the chat right now than liking this video. So I guess you guys hate me, you hate Durant, well, I guess you can hate Durant, but you hate me, you hate Tatum, all that good stuff. Timothy saying, JB on fire. Tatum haters, where you at? Coming from Steven. Kale says 100 likes. I've hit that motherfucking button. Hey, let's get 100 likes. Let's get 100 likes. And if you guys are feeling generous with 100 likes, do ! Donate in the chat, and you guys can donate to the stream. You get your shout out as well. If anyone donates tonight, it could literally be a $1 donation. I'll take a big ass chug for you guys. Lance says Tatum's biggest challenge tonight was finding Deuce. Prince says, holy shit, the Celtics won and avoided the sweep. My stance on Brad and Danny still stand. Both need to go. Hey, I mean, fine. We could say that. We can admit that, maybe